What's good, YouTube? It's me, Coach 67 Sports TV. Shout out to the awesome and amazing LDBC, Lionsden Boston community. Shout out to the greatest university in the world, the Southern University, home of the mighty Jaguars. In my previous video, I talked about the transfer portal, how it's affecting Southern University, how it's affecting the SWAC as a whole, and how it's affecting the entire landscape of college football. In this particular video, I'm basically going to talk about who could potentially win the SWAC West, the SWAC East, and the SWAC as a whole. Now, at this point, it's way too early to tell who's going to win the SWAC West, the SWAC East, and the SWAC overall. Of course, personally, I was at Southern University's 2023 Blue versus Gold spring game. And in addition to that, I've seen a lot of spring games from other SWAC teams, whether it's Alcorn State, Jackson State, just a variety of different spring games across the SWAC. And I'm going to be truthful, you really can't tell anything from these spring games. Now, of course, myself being, a Southern University alum, individuals that's basically went to Southern University home games my entire life. It's hard to tell what Southern has as opposed to what some of these other SWAC schools have in terms of talent. Other things that need to be factored in the transfer portal. Two defensive players from Southern, Jason Greathouse and Trey Lang, who had a good spring game. They both entered the transfer portal. And in addition to that, NIL deals, there's a variety of different factors that factor into this equation. One other thing I didn't really consider is injuries. Players get hurt during the course of a season, and one injury could affect the projection and the direction of a team during the course of a season. So, in terms of who could potentially win the SWAC West, I'm going to be truthful, it's just a toss-up at this point. Of course, I know many individuals are going to be like, you're a homer. I think Southern has a good chance to win the SWAC West, just depending on, how quarterback play plays out, offensive line play and defensive line play, and the defense collectively as a whole. You have Alcorn State, you have Prairie View, and you have Grambling. All of these individuals, all these teams could potentially win the SWAC West. Now, in terms of the SWAC East, I think FAMU should be the clear-cut front runner to win the SWAC East. The reason being, Moose is returning, and they just have just a great deal of stability in their football program. And in addition to that, they just bringing in a good deal of talent. So they should be the front runners to win the SWAC East, and they should be also the front runners to win the SWAC overall. In terms of Jackson State, I think Jackson State is probably, in terms of talent, probably the second best team in the SWAC East. I think like myself and many other individuals, we just kind of brought into the Kool-Aid, and we started drinking the Kool-Aid that, a lot of Jackson State fan base and, media kind of been putting out in terms of the amount of talent that Jackson State has. Of course, they have a lot of big-name players that came into Jackson State once Coach Prime left. However, they losing a couple of those players after the fact. So I think when you take that into consideration, maybe Jackson State may be the second best team in the East. They may even win the SWAC East, but I think they may be a little bit overhyped at this point. They still have a talented team, and really, to be truthful, kind of after FAMU and J State, it's kind of like a toss-up in terms of, who are the next teams that should fall in line in terms of the SWAC East. So in terms of the SWAC West, it's kind of too difficult to say it's a toss-up. Me personally, I project that Southern will win the SWAC West. Like I said, I know it's a homer pick, but, it kind of is what it is. I think FAMU should be the front runners to win both the SWAC East and the SWAC overall. Now, like I said, there's a variety of different factors that need to be taken into consideration. Your best player the day of tomorrow, despite what team you may be, whether it's FAMU, J-State, Southern, Grambling, Alcorn, Prairie View, Alabama State, Alabama A&M, Mississippi Valley, whoever the team is, today or tomorrow, the best player on that team can enter the transfer portal because of the landscape of college football. In addition to that, you have to take into consideration NIL deals. You know, if a particular team has a lot of NIL money and they want a particular player, they could potentially get that player. In addition to that, you could have a team that's the front runner to win everything. Everything is going good, and your best player could get hurt and be out for the season. You know, there were instances where at Grambling, Bruce Eugene got hurt and he was out for the rest of the year. Micah Hayes got hurt the first game 1 year for Southern, and he was out the rest of the year. So in many instances, players get injured and players get hurt, and that affects and impacts the entire team. And not only that, it affects and impacts the entire race in terms of championships, in terms of the SWAC. So whether it's the SWAC East, the SWAC West, or the SWAC overall, one injury could affect and impact everything. So at this point, at this juncture, to be truthful, it's too early to tell. However, if I had to pick two teams right now to play in the SWAC Championship, I've moved away from the J-State pick. No longer J-State. I'm going to say FAMU. FAMU should be the favorite to win both the SWAC East and the SWAC overall. If I had to pick a team out the West, even though a lot of individuals are down on Coach Dooley, I think Southern University has a great deal of talent, especially at the running back and wide receiver positions. So I'll pick Southern to win the SWAC West. I know individuals from Grambling State will be like, well, why you didn't pick Grambling? I know Grambling has a lot of talent, but to be honest, I'm still not sold on Hugh Jackson as the college coach. I mean, he was an excellent NFL coach, especially excellent NFL offensive coordinator. But, you know, and in terms of Alcorn State and Prairie View, I think both of those teams will be talented. You know, it's just kind of too early to tell, even with a team like Alabama State, Alabama A&M, who knows? A lot of these teams in the SWAC have talented teams, but in many instances, it's not always the best team. It's a team who everything comes together for. So that's it for this video. If you saw any value in this video, like the video, give me suggestions that you might want to see for future videos in the comment section. Subscribe to the channel. Also, click the notification bell so you can be alerted anytime I post any new videos. Also, check out my brother, Jared 11 Green. He did a video on the transfer portal, just like I did yesterday. Him and I did a video along with the brother JB. You know, we did a video in terms of live stream, in terms of the transfer portal. So check that out. Also, episode 7 of Bayou Sports Talk is coming up here on YouTube. Bayou Sports Talk, episode 7, Saturday at 2 p.m. Central, 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. So check that out. Check that out. Also, you can also catch me at Coach 67 Sports TV here on YouTube and on all social media platforms. I hope y'all have a blessed, phenomenal evening. I'll catch y'all on the rebound. Peace and blessings.